Hi, I was going to say good morning, but it is not morning for everybody. Welcome to the reading sprints. I have had a very quick morning. I was like, oh, I have time to grab some tea, some oatmeal. So I did that, fed the cats. And then I was like, all right, let's like enter into the little studio. And my webcam wasn't working. I was like, oh no. So I fixed that real quick. And we're here. We're here and it's happening. Good morning. Hi, Sam. Hi, Amelia. So what are we reading? I need to know. Oh, your spin book last month is your first 5 stars of the year. I still have not had my first 5-star, which seems crazy to me. I'm still waiting for it. So maybe this spin book will be it. Hi, good morning. Yay. Oh, I'm so glad so many people are able to make it, especially like right at the start. Start's the best part because that's when we get to do the spin. Yeah, how's everybody's spins books from last month? Mine was The City We Became, and it ended up, what did I rate it? I don't remember. It was 4 point something. Oh, this feels like so long ago when I was like, what was the book? What was my TBR spin book from last month to just like have it over here? Or for this month, technically, because we're still in March. Oh yeah. Also, if you haven't finished your March read, totally fine because we have plenty of time. But yeah, that it felt like forever ago that I read that. But I ended up really liking it, which made me so excited to read more from N.K. Jemisin. I definitely want to read the next book in the series. I think it's called the Great Cities series or something. Good morning, Stacy. Yay, I'm glad you were able to make it to a sprint. That's great. Okay, looks like we're having some good luck with our March picks. I'm planning to finish the Book of Disappearance from the International Booker long list today. Nice. I need to, I don't know. I definitely want to do regular book, but it's still like seeing all the international booker stuff. I'm like, maybe I should read some. But also I have not lowered my TBR at all this year, and it's starting to get to me. And then when usually I blame Booker, but it turns out even if I'm not doing Booker, I still have a problem lowering my TBR. Morning, Michael. Oh no, maybe your March book was another DNF. You know what? It happens. And now you know. Now you know that book that you had was just not it for you. And you don't have to keep wondering. Still a win. I read Thora as my spin book for March. I gave it 3 stars, but it was more a 1 star and a 5 star at the same time. I totally get that. There are quite a few books where I felt like that about. Actually, I have very mixed emotions about the book that I'm currently reading that I'm like 10 pages to the end of. And I thought that if I got everything like set up to do this, I'd be able to just like finish those last 10 pages right before the sprint started. Wow. But I did not. Because my webcam was just like, actually, I'm not gonna work today, and just scared me for long enough to to not be able to read it. I really enjoyed the 3-body problem. Ended up putting All the Sinners Bleed back in the stack. Okay, nice. I'm glad you like the 3-body problem. I'm excited to. I do really want to like reread that one, and then like read the whole trilogy and watch the series. I actually don't know if I've heard that much about the like TV show. Sam finished Stillborn. Maybe that I should be reading that one to try to find a 5-star. 4.5 to 4.75. That is a great win for March. Can you remind me of the proper March? I haven't picked the March read yet, so this is a good reminder. I was early with the first 2 books, but now I'm pretty late. Thank you. Coffee delivery. The March prompt was a book that was a cover by, But we did kind of like loosely say, because if you don't ever buy books just based off the cover, because I realized that even on my own stack, I wasn't totally sure about that. Then you could also go for like a book that's got a really cool cover, or like a cover that maybe jumped out at you before you knew what the book was about, or something like that. Plan to start reading On the Calculation of Volume 1 this morning. I have not heard of that. Why? It sounds intimidating, but I don't know if that's just because that's calculation and it's Volume 1 in the title. Also, I would like to start my March spin book today since the book prize books kept me too busy to do so. Yeah, that's the real struggle when book prize time comes around. I drop everything else. It's like the books I've been sent that I was like, yeah, I'll definitely read those. The books for any challenges like this, books for book club, all of them get shoved to the side and I just read prize books. So maybe if I'm just better able to like figure out that balance, then doing the prizes will be a lot easier. Yay, I just started Cloud Cuckoo Land for my March pick. Love Cloud Cuckoo Land. Great book. I hope you love it as much as I did. Okay, good. We've got, maybe it's not as stressful. One of the international Booker books. I can't remember. Most of them are very short, right? I can't remember if this is one of them. I read Still Life and it was a 5-star for me. Yeah, I feel like I hear the best things about Still Life. I loved it. It was amazing. I can't believe I put the read off for so long. Okay, maybe I'm just going to make sure that it's on my story graph to read list. This is important. I feel like it's one of those books that I see all the time at a bookstore and I'm like, should I get it? But there's something about hearing somebody say, I wish I hadn't put it off for so long, that really, really makes you want to read it. Okay, I did already have it on my to-read list. All right. Oh, the 3-body problem. Okay, good. The first season was good for me, but I have no plans to ever read the books. Okay, interesting. Well, that's good to hear, though. I do try to go into reading or watching shows based on books, if I've read the books, as like being its own thing, because otherwise I just spend the whole time getting annoyed. Still not sure what to think about it. I haven't done my review yet. I have a few books that are like that. And I'm like, oh, we're getting close to filming the March wrap-up time. And I don't know what to say about, about some books. Loved it. I really want to read number 2 and 4 as well. Oh, the ones that have already been translated to Dutch. I was like, wait, I am doing my Roman numerals correctly, right? 160 pages? Oh my gosh, that's great. I thought I've been reading Victorian Psycho, which is 190-ish, and I thought that was short. So maybe I should. I'll see what everybody says about it, and then I'll decide if I want to pick it up. Yes, I love Still Life. Yay! Oh, hi, Marcella. Oh, you're saying hi to somebody. I already said hi to you. I do cook. And I live in Colorado. Okay. So I think we're ready for our spin. I talked about my book from last month. Went well. I know I say that I'm always going to just start right away with the book that I get for the spin, but like this is how much I have left of Victorian Psycho. So I'm probably going to go ahead and finish that during the first sprint. Just being honest with you, I hate that I have that little of the book left. I'm pretty sure it's about 10 pages. So just fair warning. And then as a reminder, this is what I have left of my TBR Spin stack. Okay. It's still a little unwieldy to hold, but it is getting a lot easier. I feel like I got rid of a couple of the heavier books already. Okay, good. Before finishing the book. Yeah, usually it's like I'm halfway through a book, so it's like, okay, whatever, I'll put it down, take a pause. But there is all kinds of stuff happening at the end of this book. Oh, thank you. This is Scout. She is 15 years old. Yeah, old lady. She is usually in one of these beds during these sprints. I think in the first one that we did of this, she had a little cat cone on, and I think that's kind of funny that happened. I'm hoping for something lighter since I'm going to be reading the Carol Shields Prize shortlist this month, which I'm predicting will be mostly heavy hitters. I could see that. Yeah, I haven't read the Carol Shields Prize in a bit, but I do really like that prize. Like, I really like how it works. Just popping in now. You haven't even missed the spin. Still working on my March pick, and it has been good. Great. We've had some mostly good luck with the March spins. We just had, I think, one DNF, which is still good. It's still good that we find those things out. Okay, let me get sharing my beep, beep, beep. It's like I forget how this works every month. And I thought that because I did a live show in between this one and last month's sprint, or technically this month's sprint, spin. Yeah. But I don't have to ever share my screen during that one. No, I do. Okay, then I have no excuse. I should remember how to do this. Okay. Need the wheel. And where did my wheel go? Oh, I hit cancel instead of share. That'll do it. That'll mess you up. Okay. Oh yeah, Ben. Or wait, was it? I just watched a wrap up of yours, and that was for the previous. That was for February, not for March. But I'm glad that your March pick was good. Okay, are we ready? It's spin time. I don't know why I always get so nervous for this. Okay, here we go. Exactly. Drum roll. I don't even know about either currently or in the past. I think I already know what mine's going to be. I think I have one book that was super hyped on this. I mean, some of them are like classics, but it's hard to say like that was hype. Okay. So looking at my stack, and please let me know what book this is for yours. I think mine would be The Midnight Library, right? Like, obviously I've heard great things about like basically all of the books that are on here. But I feel like The Midnight Library, or maybe it's just because I was more aware of the hype during that time. Because like technically, if I think about it, like The Help, when the movie came out, then the book was very hyped. But I just like wasn't really in like an online community of readers yet. Perks of Being Wallflower, like technically, like same deal before the movie came out, and then also again when the movie came out. But yeah, I think The Midnight Library makes the most, especially if it's the book you've seen the most hype about, because I was more aware of it during that time. Yeah, I think it's going to be The Midnight Library today. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited for you to read Assassin's Apprentice. I don't think any of my other books have had hype at all. Fair. Oh my gosh. I'm so excited for you. I will say Assassin's Apprentice is probably my least favorite of all of the Robin Hobb books that I've read. I still liked it. But I just like love the other ones. And that one, I just took a bit to get into. But also I have a thing where I have a hard time with like children that are protagonists for books. And our like main character is a child for a lot of Assassin's Apprentice. So I think that might be more of a me problem. If you don't have that problem, I think you'll be fine. But it's a great introduction to the world, and it's like the shortest one. So, oh, nice, coming from Rome. I think that's our first person from Realm that I know of in the sprints. Got to do my research to see how much of Pioneers was hyped back in the day. Yeah, like a few of these, I was like, if I didn't have Midnight Library on here, I think I would have a hard time. I have to look at my stack, but it's in the next room, and cat just jumped on my lap. It happens, you know, and then you're stuck. You just got to get like 5 billion heated beds. This is excellent given all the book prizes I want to read right now. Yeah, that's a good point. You could definitely do that. Ooh, may need crowd input for most hyped. Yeah, I feel like all of those are really good. And if I knew how to do a poll, then that would be really great. Should I Google it? I should Google it. I should just learn how to do this because I really like being able to help other. And also there's sometimes that I need help too. Let me put me back up. No, I still don't know how. Oh, it just says using Kahoot. Well, I don't want to use Kahoot. I was hoping I could just do it in. Okay, everybody, if you could please just comment for Ben, which if Salvage Bones, Transcendent Kingdom, Same Bed, Different Dreams, or possibly even Bright Sword. I agree with the Midnight Library from your stack. Okay, cool. Good. I'm on the right. Oh yeah, definitely the Radium Girls. I mean, I don't know what the rest of your stack is, but I agree with this. Because I have also heard the hype on that one. Not sure any of my books are super hyped. I think either the Rain Heron, How the Word is Passed, or We Had to Remove This Post. I think the only one I've heard of from that is We Had to Remove This Post. But if anybody has recommendations for Marcella, it'd be great to put them in the chat between these three. Yeah, I mean, I literally have only heard one of them, so I think you're right that they're not as hyped. The children's book. I don't think I know that one. The children's book. Now I feel even more like I should know these because they're our most hyped books. Oh, I've seen this. This is a big one, isn't it? Yeah, that's a big one. Transcendent Kingdom. Is Lily's Pig. I don't have any hypey books in my pile. I would say Changing All-Stars. Actually, both of those, or Fifth Season, were very high. I think I bought Changing All-Stars for the hype. Or no, actually, I was sent Changing All-Stars. And the Fifth Season, I think I bought for the hype. I mean, not just for the hype. Like, I heard it hyped. I looked up like what it was about, and I was interested, so I got it. But I definitely heard a lot about it. A lot about both of those. So I think, honestly, either one of those would definitely work for this. Midnight Library for sure. I want to know if you love it or not. Yeah, I feel like at the beginning of this book coming out, I feel like all I heard was like amazing things. And then later it was like more of a mixed bag, but probably because so many people were talking about it and then a lot more people read it. And then you get a lot more opinions. But also there's a video that I've been wanting to watch for a while that's like a full breakdown of the book that I don't know why, but something about the thumbnail or title or whatever spoke to me. So I put it on my watch later list, and YouTube keeps bringing it up being like, remember you wanted to read or you wanted to watch this. And I was like, yeah, but not until I read the book. I would say we had to remove this post. Okay. Thank you, Lizzie. Marcella, we've got another vote for Transcendent Kingdom, but also for Salvage the Bones. Okay, nice. Tomorrow. That is a great pick for this because, yeah, that was crazy hyped. I still haven't read that one. I read another book by the author, The Storied Life of A.J. Fikry, and I loved that book so much. I think that was a 5-star for me. So I should read tomorrow. But I think it was almost too hyped, and now I'm nervous about it, which is honestly what the Midnight Library became for me, which is why it is now on this list, even though I was so excited to read it when I initially got it. Good morning. I'm going to have to look at my TBR and figure out what book fits the prompt. Nice. always the most exciting part, being like, what am I about to be reading? I'm not sure what the most hype is on my list. Oh, Homegoing, I feel like is very hyped. Garden of Evening Mists, I've not heard of. But that does not mean it's not hyped. I just got, okay, so I have this is one of my NetGalley books, Buffalo Hunter Hunter. But also I just got an email from my library this morning saying that my hold for the physical copy is ready to be picked up. Okay, so I think I'm also going to be reading it in April. So I'm very excited. I want you to pick this one, is what I'm saying. Transcendent Kingdom for the win. Transcendent Kingdom. Okay, Ben, I think the people have spoken. Song of Achilles, so hyped. So hyped. And I read Circe by Madeline Miller and I really didn't like it. But also I don't like mythology in books, so I'm I'm not the best input to have on those books. The Woman Destroyed, I would say, I mean, I don't know the rest of the books on your stack, but yes. Oh, have any of you read Mars? I think that should be my March book, but I'm a bit scared. I have read Mars, right? Yes. And I think that one also first jumped out at me because of the cover. So great pick for March, I think. But I haven't read it yet, but I really want to. I've mostly just been holding off on starting any new sci-fi series until I'm finished with the Expanse series, which I'm currently in the middle of the last book for. So pretty soon I'll be able to read more sci-fi. More sci-fi series. I've been reading sci-fi. Okay, we had to remove this post. All right, seems like everybody's on the same page with this. Wrong Place, Wrong Time by Gillian McAllister, the only one I remember seeing on Book Talk. I would second that. That's one of those that like I can envision the cover right away. And I think that there's only 2 Gillian McAllister books I can do that for. So Happy Place. Oh, is that the one by what is it? Something Dolan Perkins. Oh, I can't remember her first name. But that's that author, right? Because I also have a hold for that one. I think it's called Happy Place. How the Word is Passed is great. I would recommend. Okay, Sarah, How the Word is Passed. Loved Wrong Place, Wrong Time. Ooh, I do love a thriller recommendation. Unrelated, but I love these sprints because it's all my favorite booktubers in one place. Oh, yay! I'm happy that and the people that are in this chat, because I also love them, are all in the same group. I'm going with The Time I Got Drunk and Saved a Demon. I got my wish of something light and fun. Yay! Okay, good. So hopefully this will be a quick read for you and you can get back into those prize books. Looking at my, okay. I know you're not ready to read the biggest book. Oh yeah, maybe I shouldn't. Okay, I have very different opinions between these 2 books. I loved The Bee Sting. I did not like Boulder, but I have seen people that generally I usually very much agree with about books love Boulder. So that might be a me thing. But I did love The Bee Sting. But I understand if you're not ready for the biggest book on your list. I'm actually kind of excited I'm getting a more chill one this time because I feel like I've gotten mostly, well, no, February was pretty chill because that was just The Golden Compass. Song for the Wild. Yes. Wait, is that your pick or was somebody else talking about that? Just read Wrong Place, Wrong Time. It was pretty good. Okay. Yeah. Looks like we've got some thumbs up for Wrong Place, Wrong Time. Yes. Love Jasmine Ward. Although I've only read one book by her, so maybe I can't say that, but actually, and also I think a short story or a speech or something like kind of random. I can't participate this until what is that? Is that a misspell or is that something I've never heard of? So I'll be joining in July with a stack of 6, but I love picking for other people. Oh, yay. I'm glad. Yeah, and you can always just use it to help from whatever other books Stone Devotional. That's a great one. I mean, I haven't read it, but great as in it. I've heard it being hyped. The Woman Destroyed or The Girls. I've heard a lot about The Girls. I've heard a bit of The Woman Destroyed too, though. So I think either one works. Just finished Stone Devotional. Lived up to expectations. Yay. Yes. Okay, I approve. A Gentleman in Moscow is one of my favorite books of all time. I'm pretty sure I've talked about it like every sprint we've done. I don't know. Well, okay, to be fair, the first book I read this year was another Amor Towles book, like my first Spin book. So maybe that's why I keep talking about it, or keep talking about him. But I love A Gentleman in Moscow so much. I really want to reread that book, and that is not something I say about a ton of books. The Bee Sting is actually so quick to read. It's so readable. I would agree with that. I read it a lot quicker than I thought I was going to. Salvage the Bones is one of the best books I've ever read. Ooh. Okay, well, now I want that one. Stomp in the Wild is my pick. Unless people would prefer I pick up Cursed Bunny. I mean, I feel like it's not going to be the popular opinion, but I would say Cursed Bunny. I really liked Cursed Bunny, but I know that is a very divisive book, or collection, I should say. But man, was it fun. Choose Boulder. Amelia, I knew you would say that. Hardest reading challenge you'll ever do, and I do not. Oh, I can't see a title like that and not want to do it. What is that? Okay, we're looking it up now. Hardest reading challenge you'll ever do. Okay, I'm looking at the Storygraph version because I can't watch the video, obviously. Read a 500 plus page book in a day. Oh. Complete the A to Z challenge. Oh my gosh. Okay. Oh. Yeah, this does seem tough. Oh, but it seems fun though. There's a lot of challenges too. Oh my gosh. Wow, very impressed you're doing this, Lizzie. All the support to you. I also might I could definitely see myself doing this at some point. This would be such a fun vlog series. Okay, I'm so glad you brought this into my consciousness and that I know this exists. Loved Boulder. Yeah, see? Sam loved Boulder. Rebecca loved Boulder. I am in the wrong probably about this book. There are certain books where I see like specific people that really like it. And I'm like, I should have liked that book. Clearly, all the people that I usually agree with liked the book. Thanks everyone for the help. Yep. Oh, Ben likes Boulder. See, I'm wrong here. Maybe you should just read Boulder. I'm thinking either Sister-in-Law from the Women's Prize long list or Wayward. I actually haven't heard about a lot about Sister-in-Law except like because it's on the Women's Prize. You know what I mean? So I've heard a lot about Wayward. But I will allow others to also put in their opinion. Oh no way. Stacey read both of these this year. They were both good, but Psalm was so good. 5-star. All-time favorite for me. Okay, that's hard to beat. I haven't read Psalm to be fair, so maybe you should go with that. Okay, nice. Oh, shortest on your stack. We had to remove this post. I know I keep getting excited. Like I keep thinking about the day that I'm going to get Horror Store and it's going to be like the easiest month one day. Almost DNF'd Cursed Bunny during the first story. I mean, I don't know what part of that was off-putting to you. No, the first story, to be fair, is the one I typically remember the most. Like when I think of Cursed Bunny, I think of that first story. But there is another one from it, which I don't remember the name of, that I really, really liked. Marcella, I had a 10-second look. There's something terrible about me that's like, when there's like the harder a challenge is to accomplish, the more I like want to partake in it, even though like when I make those decisions, I almost never finish them. But I feel like it's the same with my 100 books bucket list poster that just forever lives over me. But I've made some progress in it this year already, specifically for because of TBR Spin and a lot of the books that I have on my list. Well, not a lot, but a couple of them are on the poster. So I guess I'm technically still getting there. You're supposed to do it in a year. I started in July 2024, so I have 3 months left. It has taken over my reading. How far have you gotten? How many prompts are there total? I didn't even get to the end of the list and I got too overwhelmed. I mean, I know some of them are bonuses. It looks like there's 30 if you count the bonuses, at least as far as the Storygraph challenge goes. But I also like the idea of doing it not on like the actual year divide. I need to put Boulder on my list. I guess so. Loved the atmosphere. Maybe I need to reread Boulder. No, not me thinking I need to reread one of my least favorite books of whatever year it was that I read that. Okay, I'm excited to see what you think. Have fun with the first prints. I need to film some lectures this morning so I can read this afternoon. Nice. The easiest decision for me not to do. Looks cool though. Leaning toward Cursed Bunny now. Yeah, I mean, now we need to know your opinion. It seems like we more need to know your opinion about this than we need to know your opinion about the bee sting. I'm quite obsessed with the reading challenges. I joined or set up quite a few on Storygraph. But I don't even know how to say that out loud. Like, is there a way to say this out loud? I'm going to have to watch the video for it later. But yeah, new vlog series, maybe? This is a terrible idea. I shouldn't make decisions while sprinting. Read a chapter in each. Oh yeah, Michael has done this before, and I feel like this is a great one. And I need to remember this for whenever I'm like having a hard time deciding between certain books. But yeah, this is a great idea. You could read like a chapter of the bee sting, and then I guess the first story from Cursed Bunny, although maybe that isn't the best since somebody was about to DNF it during that. Maybe it's not the best. Oh, it's a bingo board, but most of them are multiple books. I think it's like 165-ish books total, but some double ups are allowed. Do you have to do the full bingo board, or do you just have to get bingo? Because I could not. Here I was really proud of the bingo board I was accomplishing this year. I still think that it could work just by reading like the first, although I think the first short story might be one of the longest. I don't know. It has been a long time since I read that, and I read it digitally, so I have a really hard time remembering how long certain things are. The goal is to black out the board in a year. I'm kind of on track to finish. Maybe, I mean, good luck to you. Because, wow, that is a lot of books. Maybe I'll do it and just try to get a bingo. Because, my goodness. But I think it depends on how much you would be able to like work in the other books that you were already planning on reading, because I have like so many different little things I like to do. Okay, I think it's time to get started with our first sprint. I think we've all kind of landed on what we're going with. Although, of course, as always, you don't have to be reading your April book. I know we still have over a week left of March to go. So read whatever you want, do whatever you want, be productive, be like Angela, film some lectures. Okay, probably Angela's the only one that's going to be filming lectures during this sprint, but it's time to either read or be productive. Or neither, I guess. You can truly, you can do whatever you want. Okay, let me get my little timer shared. Great, Michael. Go ahead and film some lectures for this one. I feel like there's some YouTube videos I've created in the past that could be considered lectures, like the single book reviews. Oh, hi, Ron. Long time watcher, first time commenter. Glad, yay for your first comment. Congrats. I liked Bora Chung's second collection, Your Utopia, better than Cursed Bunny. You know, I didn't know she had a second collection, but I think I'm gonna have to read that. Is it translated by the same translator? What was that? Anton Her, I think, was the translator for Cursed Bunny. Yay, first time joining a sprint. It's 11 p.m. here. Oh no. Yeah, I try to get the best time to work for this, but it is tough. Okay, nice. Anton Her. Oh, I mean, I loved that duo one time around. So also I've liked Anton Her. I've read a couple of his translations actually. And I think they've all been good. So obviously that's not just a depiction of the translator. It's both. But I do always like, you know, when you're like, okay, I feel like I can depend on this translator to do a good translation. Also my first time joining. Oh, yay, we have a lot of first time joiners. Love from Chile. Nice. I've actually been to Chile. I always want to say Chile because I know it's technically correct, but then also I feel like I'm one of those people that says like a word like fully like into the like correct pronunciation of it, but it sounds like pretentious in the language that you're speaking. But that was one of my favorite countries that I've ever visited. Spent most of the time in Santiago, but also went to, what was it? Is it Death Valley? Not Death Valley. Valley of the Moon? I think that was what it was. And did some hiking there. And it was so fun. Also, great food and great drinks. I had like the most amazing cocktails I think I've ever had. While visiting, at least in Santiago. Oh, and Valparaiso. I love Valparaiso. Actually, I think I like it better than Santiago, but don't tell the people of Santiago. Oh, hi, Michelle. First time too in London. Love London. Been twice. Loved it both times. All right. Okay, now for real. Now for real. We're going to sprint. Okay. I just need to share. I had to restart my computer when my webcam went down. So I had to do a few. Which one of these is the right scene? Oh, I know why. This window isn't the right size. There. Okay, now it looks better. All right. So we're going to go ahead and get started. 40 minutes of reading, filming lectures, etc. And I'll see you at the first break. Happy reading. Okay. Just coming to the end of the first sprint. That was a depressing start to a book. Jesus. All right. How did everybody's sprint go? Hi, Gemma. Glad you're here. Just finished up today's applaud. Nice. Going to sit here and read a bit of nesting now. Awesome. My April TBR spin is going to be The Time of Cherries. Nice. Oh, I think I already saw you put it in the Storygraph Challenge, which is a good reminder. I've updated the Storygraph Challenge so that April has the prompt. I love that cover, by the way. Dot republished it last year, and there's a bit of buzz around it in my bookie corner. Nice. Perfect. Oh, Rebecca loved nesting. Maybe I'm going to have to read nesting. Sierra's such a likable character you can't help but root for. Ooh, I feel like the character in mine. Well, I did finish Victorian Psycho first. Not a likable main character, but I think if you read the synopsis, you kind of know that going in. I did like the ending of it. I don't know. I'm still torn on how I feel about it. The writing is incredible. I love the writing. But I did feel like a disconnection with it. So I still don't know. I don't know. I have to leave early today. Oh, you're probably gone, but bye. I'm going to go with burnt sugar, but I'm also behind. Totally fine. I mean, if it's just like behind in TBR Spin, we still have a while before April even. So, but love burnt sugar. Very happy you'll be reading it. One of my absolute favorites. So I hope you love it. I'm just jumping on this TBR Spin train late in the game, but better late than yay. I'm going to pick up I Who Have Never Known Men for this prompt. Oh, awesome. I just read that. That was in February. I read that. But it feels like I still think about it all the time, by the way. My wrap-up video just went out, but I had filmed that, I think like 2 weeks before. It just took me forever to like actually edit it. Things got a little crazy, so it came later than I expected. But I can confidently say I am still thinking about it all the time, and it's been, I think, over a month since I've read it. I'm glad you're going to be joining us, though, for TBR Spin. I filmed a lecture on how much caffeine one person can safely consume. Oh, wait, sorry. That was just me making just by making another cup of coffee. Love it. Chime scared my cat. Chime scares me sometimes. I like tried to pick the most like not super like disruptive sound, but I think anything that's like when it's silence and then boom, there's a sound, like it's always going to be. Amelia, I made it from 50 to 63% in the book. Nice. Good progress. And now you get to start feeling like that. There's something about passing that halfway point in a book when it's like, okay, now you're like reading towards the end of it. I'm intrigued by the premise of mine so far. I'm usually hit or miss with time stuff. Yeah, me too. I would agree with that. Yeah, the start of Midnight Library is definitely intense. Yeah, my goodness. Oh my gosh. It just like kept getting worse. I made it like just to the actual library, like the Midnight Library. I think she's like basically going into it right now. But I did hear that this was a pretty depressing book. I just hope that it's not, I hope it doesn't feel like how that beginning felt the whole time. Gus just got through a few chapters of Young Mungo, and now time for bed for me. Enjoy the rest of sprints. Oh, thank you for joining us, Meg. And I hope you enjoy Young Mungo. I haven't read it, but I did read, why can't I remember? The one that won the Booker Prize by the same author. Shuggy Bane. Oh my gosh. I cannot believe I couldn't remember that for a second. And that was very good. Got to page 50. It's like a quiet, bookish version of Groundhog Day. Ooh, I really like that description. Oh, I like that. I did really good. Currently reading The Secret History. Nice. Love The Secret History. I decided on fifth season and WoW to start. Very happy with my decision. Nice. That's a book that I definitely want to reread. I think I talked about this last time because last time my pick was an N.K. Jemisin book, my pick for March. But I tried reading the fifth season when I wasn't really into like fantasy, at least not that style of fantasy. And I just I couldn't, I had a hard time with it. But I think now that I'm back into like high fantasy and everything, it could be a really great reading experience. So I'm going to be going back to it. It's back on my bookshelf, back on my, I don't know if I counted it as a part of my TBR, the first book anyway. But I should because that's what it feels like. It feels like it's on my TBR instead of like a book that I read. This season is so great. Yay. I've been updating my TBR spreadsheet. I love a TBR spreadsheet. I have one as well and it's great and I love it. But that's also how I keep track of my goals for the book bingo board from hell. Which now that I know there's another book bingo board out there that seems way worse, I'm like, maybe maybe I shouldn't even be calling this one the book bingo board from hell. I mean, I didn't name it that. Wynn named it that from Literary Diversions, but I'm intrigued by the Book of Disappearance so far, but the way women are portrayed is upsetting. I hate that. I have to remind myself that the original has been already published in 2014, but still, no, I totally get that struggle. There are so many older books that like, I feel like they have, something that I'm looking for, but they don't write women well, or like that certain topics like are just not good. And you think like, or you hope at least that if it was written today, it would be better. But yeah, it can be hard to get past some of those things. I feel similarly about Haruki Murakami's books. Like I'm so close to loving them, but I can't because of the way he writes women. Okay. I don't know if I'm ready to go back into this book. I like the vibes and I like that we're in the library now. So I am curious to see what happens next. And the writing's good. I was pretty sure the writing would be good because I feel like Matt Haig is very like widely popular. Like I don't think it's incredible writing, but it's very readable writing, which I like. So, I mean, obviously, I love when something's readable. But yeah, I'm a little worried about how this book is going to make me feel. But I guess we'll see. This is also my first Matt Haig. I think I had another book by him, but then I unhauled it. So I don't know. I don't know. This is like, it's weird to finally figure out like how I'm going to feel about both this book and this author. Because it's just been kind of like a big question mark for a long time, just because he's like such a prolific author. Anyways. Okay, I do still have a cat here. You just can't see her. She's in, pointing's hard. She's in this bed. I feel like usually I have 2 or 3 of them, but. Alrighty, let's do another sprint and make more of a dent in this. As a reminder, the story graph is up. It should be linked in the description of this, but let me put the story graph challenge in the chat as well. So if you want to, if you're already a part of the challenge, actually, I think I might have linked to specifically to April. Oopsie. Okay, here's the link to the actual one. Okay. But if you're already in the challenge, you can go ahead and add your book to April, or if you're not in the challenge, you can always join. Do you already know when you were doing the mid-month sprint? I hadn't picked yet, but let me first see. Okay, so April is probably going to be the same situation as March, where we'll be doing the live show like a week and a half before. Just because I feel like the Sunday before the end of the month isn't enough time for people to make TBRs. So the spin for May will probably be on April 20th. And then that means that April 6th, it's not quite mid-month. It's a very early month in April. But that'll probably be when the mid-month sprint will be. And then, yeah, I think April 20th. I just need to make sure in my calendar that I don't have anything going on those dates, but I don't think so. So those should be the dates. Okay, now I think I'm ready. I think I'm ready to get into this library. So, all right. Well, have fun with another sprint. Happy reading. See you soon. All right. Another sprint come and gone. And we've been joined by Klaus, who was very distracting during the last 10 minutes of that, but also very cute. So I've gotten to page 52 in the Midnight Library. It's very readable. I think that I'll have no problem at all finishing this and like reading through this. I'm curious to see, like, I'm liking it. I'm curious to see if it's gonna feel like super impactful, because I do think that the parts that aim to be more impactful are a little repetitive already, and like we're so early into the book, and it's a little heavy-handed. Like, I think I feel like I like grasp something. I'm like, oh, it's cool. Like, that's the direction we're going in. And then it's like, it spells it out for me right after that. And I'm like, okay, you don't need to though. So I could see that being a potential downside, but I do think that like, I'm just going to enjoy the whole thing. Because it's really, it's just so readable. And I'm officially in like one of the, if anybody doesn't know, the Midnight Library is basically like, this, or like the synopsis is basically that this woman gets like a chance to see what like different decisions in her life would have led to. So the Midnight Library is like a library of her like possible lives. And then she gets to, you know, for any time that she didn't like do this big thing that she thought about doing, she gets to like see what that would have been like. So now I'm officially in like I'm officially in the first life that she gets a glimpse of that like she didn't make the decision to do in her actual life. Made some lunch and read a little more. I think this will be fun. Nice. Good. Gonna stop here and jump back into my March reads. Sounds good. Sounds good. I know I'm gonna have to stop at one point. There's like one book I have to read that I haven't even started. The Literally Dead Book Club pick. That I'm gonna have to read soonish. So I might end up putting this one down to read that one, but I don't know. It is so readable. I think I could get through it really quickly. 25% left to read. Nice. So that means you got to, what were you at? Like 63%. Now you're at 75. Nice. Oops. Oh no. I accidentally put you in timeout. No. I didn't mean to do that. Oh no, Amelia. Come back. How do I fix this? Oh, I accidentally hit the little 3 dots. No. I'm so sorry. How to unban someone on. It was literally like the nicest comment too. I can't. Wait, I can't figure out how to do it. You can't unban somebody? Oh, I feel so bad. Oh. I don't know if I have her on Instagram. I really want to just reach out and be like, this is not intentional. Because I feel like, does that kick you from the stream? I would assume so. Oh my God. It says that they were banned and their comments were removed. Because I hit a little drop down. Yeah, okay. I didn't even say timeout. I must have said ban user and delete their comments because that's what the little notification says. I don't know. I clicked it. So I was just trying to click out of the little drop down because I accidentally opened it. Does anybody know her Instagram? I think that oh yeah. This is definitely her. Okay. Okay. I'm messaging her. I'm sorry, everybody. I need her to know she's like one of my favorite people. Ugh, okay. Oh, good. Okay, she can still watch. She's still here. She just can't comment. Okay. I just realized I'm like texting her the same things that I can just say out loud now, because now that I know that she can watch. I'm so sorry, Amelia. Oh, my goodness. All I wanted to do was show the comment that you were like, I love this sprints. This is so helpful. Okay. Anyways, back to the comments we were getting through. YouTube checks like ban me. Okay. Anyways, I didn't get any reading accomplished, but it's nice to know you were all here while I boiled eggs and made my grocery list. I'm ready to read now. Good. I'm glad sorry, my brain now. I'm glad you were able to. I need to make my grocery list. I have to go grocery shopping today. Yeah, I didn't care for the Midnight Library too much for those reasons, but who knows? I didn't DNF the Midnight Library for that reason. Okay, it's good to know that I'm like getting you know, kind of the same feelings as other people. It is repetitive. Okay, good to know. Yeah, I could definitely see that. I don't know. I think it'll be fun to read through, like, I don't know. I think it'll be fun to see like the different lives. But I could definitely see it getting repetitive. I feel like the messaging for sure is going to get repetitive because it already feels a little repetitive. I agree that the Midnight Library was very unsubtle, but I did think it read well and was a quick read. Yeah, that is about what I am expecting just based off the little bit that I've read so far. I think I'll be able to do it quickly. I know Amelia is such a booktube champion. She's the best. Sorry, now I'm just messaging her. She says you all are so lovely. I can be Amelia for the chat now. The best part is it's very readable and a quick read. Okay. Oh my gosh, I feel like I'm already getting such a good read on this book that is very similar to what everybody else was feeling. Yeah, and especially I feel like if I got the audiobook too, it would be an easy audiobook to listen to. Sometimes audiobooks are tough when it's like a book that like a repetitive book is really great for an audiobook, because if you just like zone out for a second, then you hear again, you know, something, then it works. Okay. So seems like everybody's reading is going pretty well, or just tasks that you have to do. We'll probably just do one more sprint before calling it. There's a very loud car. Hopefully you can't hear that. But yeah, I think just one more. And then I will make sure that on the YouTube side of things, I haven't ruined anything for Amelia. But again, glad you're still able to be here. Okay. Needed that jump scare this morning. So yeah, let's go ahead and do another 40 minutes. But yeah, this is going to be our last sprint of the day. So happy reading, everyone. Okay, coming to the end of our last sprint. How is everybody's reading? I made it to 86 pages in. And yeah, I agree with everybody. It's already pretty. I mean, I know I already was saying it was repetitive, like messaging wise, but also just like the lives portion is a bit repetitive. It doesn't seem like she's really learning anything different each time. I don't know. And also, I don't know. I feel like there should be good things too, or like more good things too. It shouldn't just be like, this was clearly bad. But still very readable. So I think I'll have no problem at all, like reading through the whole thing. And I am kind of curious to see how it ends, even though I have a very strong prediction as to how it ends. But how many pages is it total? Yeah, it's like 300 pages. So I'm close to a third of the way through already. Also confirmed that because I did the Van on Amelia in the StreamYard, it's just for this stream and it doesn't have any impact on YouTube. So we're good. Just a poopy end to the stream for that. Cooked and had some dinner during the sprint. Nice. She realizes how much the same she is in every reality. Yeah. Which I guess is like, oh, like your outlook needs to change. But yeah, I don't know. I think it'll get very old very quickly because already it's getting a little bit old. But I do enjoy the fun part of being like, ooh, what's going on in this life? You know, like where are we at? And it's kind of funny, like the different style she has in each one. I don't know why, but I find that kind of funny to think about, like how where you're at in life could change that. Got to page 99 of 160. Nice. And how are you feeling about it? Still liking it? That was on calculation, right? I read it 5 years ago, and I think that was a great time to read it. Don't know if I would still like it right now. Yeah, I do kind of feel like if I had read this in like college, I think I would have really, or I might have liked it more. I think this message that I'm assuming the book is giving, I've read in a few books now, and they've done it really well. Oh, Amelia, are you back? Did it get fixed? Did everything just get fixed? Are we okay? It's also repetitive, but not. Yeah, that's what it feels like. Because like she is a little different in each one, but it feels more like it's outward things. Yay, I didn't do anything. I don't think. All I did was log into YouTube and just like check that like there was no ban situation going on there. And there wasn't, but maybe that was enough, just like me looking at my own stream there. I don't know. Joe's in Orlando for next month's read. Having a wolf month for people, April. Oh, okay. Yeah. Reading a biography and her diaries too. Oh, nice. My friend right now is reading one of Virginia Woolf's books. I can't remember what it was though. It was kind of a random pick, because I hadn't heard of it. And now I can't remember what it was. Flush. That's what she was reading. And not that that's important. But I just thought it was funny because I was just talking about Virginia Woolf. I think I've only read To the Lighthouse and Mrs. Dalloway, but I read Mrs. Dalloway in school and I think I need to reread it. But I really liked The Lighthouse. You know, that has some similarities message-wise to the Midnight Library. Not like the main message of what I think will be for the Midnight Library, but I think one of them. Flush is so fun. Yeah, she was enjoying it. It's very short, if I remember correctly. So, yeah, I'm tempted to pick it up now as well. It's great, actually. We've been doing like 2 days a week. We've been going like on walks and calling each other because she lives in California. So we don't get to see each other. Well, actually, we get to see each other like a pretty good amount considering we live in different states. That's like a 2 to 3 hour flight away. But we both read a lot. So it's really nice, like being fully caught up with her reading at all times, like knowing what book she's reading, talking about what books I'm reading. It's great. My book is stuck in a time loop and I can't help but think of how much reading I would accomplish if I knew I would have to repeat the 18th of November for eternity. You know what? That is a good point. If we were stuck in a Groundhog Day situation, we would read so many books. Red Lighthouse in February, I'm assuming. Loved it. Yes. Yeah, that was a really good one. I didn't read a page because I fell into IG doom scrolling. Yeah, I understand that. I started using this app, although for Instagram, I think I only have it going during work hours, called like Screen Zen or something, which I actually learned about in a different BookTube reading sprints thing. By what was it? Library of Alexandria. Is that what it is? What his channel is? But yeah, he was talking about it, so I started using it actually, and really just like during work hours, it makes me wait 5 seconds before I can open Instagram, and it has actually helped so much because sometimes I just like automatically click it for no reason, and then it just goes like, "Are you sure?" Then I have to wait for 5 seconds and be like, "Yep, I'm sure," which is actually like the perfect amount for me to be like, you know what? No, I didn't actually need to go in this right now. Or to be like, yeah, I wanted to like post something or look at something that somebody else had posted or whatever. Yep. That was my bad. Yeah. It was a lovely chat though. And now I really want to go back to Berlin so we can get coffee. I can get you a coffee. But yeah, I'll take the blame. You know, sometimes you got to have reading sprints that encourage you to read, and sometimes you have to be accidentally banned and forced to doom scroll. No, I want to make like everything an analogy back to Midnight Library. Anyways, so yeah, great sprints for today. As a reminder, I'm thinking that the upcoming sprints, the April sprints, are going to be April 6th. We'll just do like regular sprints, no spin, just getting together and doing some reading / whatever. And then April 20th, I think is going to be when we're going to spin for brain fart for May. Forgot what the months were. So yeah. Oh, the stack is getting smaller. I do love like looking at the progression of the year by just looking at my stack. Also, we've not gotten any swaps yet, which is surprising. I kind of like that though. I don't like getting swaps at the beginning. I don't know why. But also I like my stack and I really want to read it. Yeah, thank you. Enjoy the rest of your evening. I think it would be evening time for you now, but enjoy that. Thanks. It was good seeing you all. And I will see you in 2 weeks or sooner in comments to videos. Bye.